Hello guys and welcome to another lesson in Charlie English for you. Today we have our section back. This is a listening exercise based on 5 minutes, spending 5 minutes with somebody very special, a really good friend of mine. His name is David Padilla from Chicago in the US. So I'm not gonna spend more time. Let's go listen to Dave. So, and welcome to the section. Remember, today we are practicing our listening. That's why I got a very special guest with us today. His name is David Padilla. David, how's it going, bro?
Good, it's going good. You know, great day, can't complain. Yeah, I woke up, so that's good, right?
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So, Dave, I noticed, well, Dave is from Chicago in the United States, and I don't know if you just got that, but his last name is very Spanish, Padilla. So, where does that come from?
Padilla. Well, I'm Mexican, Spanish, and Italian, and I'm kind of like a mutt. Yes, like one of those dogs that's made of many different things. Yeah. So I'm mainly those three, and I have family in Mexico, Spain, and Italy. So that's where that comes from. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Go Mexico. So, Dave, we are in Colombia, and I know you are an English teacher here in Colombia, but I also know that you are learning Spanish. How is that working for you? What are you doing to learn the language?
So how am I studying and learning Spanish? Well, what I'm doing is I'm using a lot of applications for verb conjugations because that's kind of a thing that doesn't exist really in English. I mean, we have the third person S, but besides that, we don't have too many conjugations without the past and third person. I'm also reading books because that's really good for vocabulary. And I think there's a misconception, like if you go into a country that all speaks that one language that you're studying, a lot of people think like, oh, you're gonna learn so fast. But it's kind of like playing the last level of a video game that you don't know how to play. So it's helpful, but it's only helpful if you have like a background in it, you know? So what I'm doing is just talking to people, watching videos like this on YouTube. They're very helpful. And yeah, a lot of applications, verb conjugations, that's my biggest problem.
So, Dave, can you give us some tips for people in Colombia or just like whatever Spanish-speaking country who is learning the language? English, you know, is like kind of like a universal language, but a lot of people is trying to learn this language, but sometimes it's like a big headache for a lot of people. Any tip for us?
If I were to have some tips I would do is I would definitely try to master the past tense first, because when you talk to people and you want to know more about them, also the present perfect as well, because you'll say, oh, what did you do this weekend? Not what do you do this weekend, right? I think to really make a connection, present perfect and past tense, master those. And once you make connections with other people, you can talk a lot more, ask them questions yourself. So I think that's a big tip that not many people say of what to aim for and what could really help you establish and make connections, because at the end of the day, you can read a book all you want, but what matters is that you can listen, speak, and write in real time with real natives. So yeah.
Dave, I don't know if you noticed, but like people who is trying to speak English here in Spanish-speaking countries, we are like very formal. Like it's like the English that we learn from books, and sometimes we notice like it's when we go outside or to an English-speaking country, they are not using the same English as we learn from the book. So how can we like practice for that difference?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, one thing I want to give you guys a warning. If you happen to be too formal and you use that English in the books, it's good, but you can appear short and that you don't really want to talk. So I think what could really improve your English to really go ahead and have how do I say it, like an intellectual conversation and have a lot of fluidity is watch movies. Also pay attention to podcasts. Podcasts are popping up a lot these days, and you could just relax and focus on your listening, and you could hear what they're saying instead of other things like, for example, like, I have got a dog. You know, Americans say, I have a dog. We have a dog. So we like connect those things. So small things like that. Movies are perfect. Podcasts are perfect just to go ahead and listen to native speak.
That's awesome. Guys, follow that advice. It's really good. And I also want to ask you, Dave, about a slang. I know you come from Chicago. It's a big city in the States, the windy city. And can you tell us like one or two slang words that you use back home?
Yes. Okay. So Chicago is pretty big. So we have a lot of different, how do I say this? A lot of different people. Yes. So the slang changes from the south to the east to the north. But mostly, for example, saying, how are you doing? Okay. You could either say, what's good? As in, like, what is good to be mentioned? You know, what's something that's happening in your life that's good, right? So we say, what's good? You could say, oh, nothing, or I just graduated, or I got a new job. You could say, what's going on as well, like what's happening, okay? So what's going on and what's good are perfect to ask how someone's feeling or what they're doing or what's new in their life to start a conversation. So...
That's a great one. So if you go out there and then you say to somebody, how are you? I'm fine. And you thank you, please don't do that. That sounds ridiculous. Do it his way. He knows what to do. Anyway, thank you, Dave, for your time. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little interview, 5 minutes with Dave Padilla.
Padilla. Yes. Padilla. David Padilla.
See you guys around. Bye-bye.